Ready to simplify your work and reclaim your time? If you've been working 7 days a week in some capacity by checking email on the weekends, answering client calls at night, and dealing with team issues before breakfast for more than 90 days in business, I completely understand why you're doing this because I was doing the exact same thing in my first business. My parents taught me I could have whatever I wanted in life. All I had to do was work for it. So I worked and worked and worked some more without thinking through what was truly necessary to grow a six-figure plus revenue business. But what I found is all I was doing was trading time for money. Can you relate? I know now that working hard does not guarantee success because after 3 years of working 80 plus hour weeks, I would not consider myself successful. Sure, I had the gross revenue, but my profits were minimal. And let's not even talk about the life I had because basically I had no life at all. I now know the piece I was missing, and you're probably missing too, was implementing business systems to set me free. When I ask my women entrepreneur clients why they have not implemented systems into their business, the resounding answer is always time. They're so focused on checking off their never ending to do list of tasks, just like I was, that spending time developing a system seems like a waste of their priceless time. The problem with thinking this way is that you're building a business based on tasks you can check off your list daily, not systems. Good news, today I am sharing with you step 2 of my 3-step process on how to implement systems into your business to improve productivity, efficiency, and output without wasting your precious time. So, hey there, I'm Sailynn, your fun business coach, and I empower women to banish burnout and boost profits so you can enjoy a healthy work-life balance in just 90 days. Last week, I covered the essential first step in my 3-step process, which will guide you on how to determine where to get started and what systems are needed in business for you to get quick results. If you missed that training, search for effective systems for business, your path to productivity and growth. I have an entire pillar inside my signature program, the Legacy Business School, that teaches you everything you need to know about integrating systems into your business. I don't want to overwhelm you now. So today we're covering step 2 in this 3-step process. So you can now develop the systems you determined will get you the best results as fast as possible. Step 2 is to develop the system. While this sounds super simple, we seem to always overcomplicate it without having the right technology, adding too many steps, or not enough steps that critical pieces are missed. So let me lay out how to develop your system without having to time block hours that you don't have. First, you want to review your calendar and determine when is the next time you're going to be using this system. Depending on the system, this could be something you use daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Let me give you some examples. I have a daily routine that I complete every morning before I dive into my workday. Every 90 days, I update this routine. So I need some extra time every 90 days to update all the pieces. Sometimes I update it all at once, but sometimes I work on it for an entire week. Another system of mine is this video, which is part of my Facebook and YouTube strategy that I execute weekly. When this system needs to be updated, which is normally every 90 days, I add in extra time as I rewrite the system. I also have a 90-day system where I sit down on the first Saturday of the quarter and review my metrics for the previous quarter and compile my tax documents. So come year end, I am prepped and ready to go. As you can see, I tend to review most of my business systems every 90 days, which is a strategy I have been using for my entire career that has served me well because it keeps them relevant and updated. So once you determine when you will be using your system next, the second thing you want to do is add in extra time to design the system while you are doing it. This is going to save you from always putting this task off in your business, thinking you don't have the time to do this. Now, depending upon the complexity of the system you're developing, you may need extra minutes or hours. It will really depend on the system. Please note, most of the time, we underestimate the amount of time a task will take us. That is why we feel like we're always running from task to project to appointment. What I personally like to do to keep it simple is just double the amount of time I think it will take. So if you think it's going to take you 1 hour to get it right, block off 2 hours. This will allow you some breathing room to get it right, and maybe also some free space in your calendar to just sit and strategize without distractions. We have now reviewed your calendar to determine when we will use the next system. We've blocked off enough time in our calendar to document the system. Finally, we must actually do the work. My advice is I want you to use the KISS method. Keep it simple, Sailynn. Yes, I've modified that last S. You can use a Google Doc or Sheet. You can use software like Trello or Asana, or you can be creative and use video to document the system. Do what you think you and your support team will best utilize. Remember, everyone learns differently. Some people like to read while others like to watch or listen. So try and make it as user-friendly as possible. Once you complete these 3 pieces on step 2 of this 3-step process, you're going to be on your way to simplifying your work and reclaiming your time. I want you to make sure you hit the like or subscribe button because next week's video will cover step 3 in developing your system that will help you work out all the kinks in your system before delegating it to a support team member like an employee, a VA, a contractor, or an agency. If you found this video helpful, I would encourage you to join me inside my free training, the No BS Work-Life Balance Workshop, where I'm sharing with you the 3 vital shifts to banish burnout, boost profits, and reignite your entrepreneurial fire. This is the exact blueprint I used inside my senior home care franchise to shift from working 80+ hour weeks to just 16 weekly, while tripling my business revenue and 4xing my personal paycheck. And I am using this same blueprint inside my coaching business to avoid burnout and work part-time hours. You can find the link in the description below. And if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to live your one life.